Where's the lying news agency of Nigeria? Are they here? Those liars and deceivers, are they here? That distort the news. You don't know what law is. You don't know what justice is. Where's the news agency of Nigeria? What are they? You don't know that God is a God of justice. You don't know that? That God in heaven is a God of justice. You don't know that?
Naija matter, I don't even know what is happening, whether they are giving us something to focus on, what they are doing, some other major things, or a whole lot of things going on. But anyway, you just saw Nnamdi Kanu there blowing hot, really hot in the court. I mean, the guy don't para as he gospels. But I just feel somehow is the anger sort of like misdirected, because at the end of the day, whatever you do need media. Media is the one that is going to put out, what it is that you're doing. Although some people have said that, oh, legacy media are this and that, and the traditional media, they don't put out the stories the way they are. But at the end of the day, you still need them. At the end of the day, you still have someone on your side in terms of, the reporters, even if their publishers or the owners of their business are not on your side. So in a way, you got to work with them. You have to find that balance. But of course, at the end of the day, when everything comes down, everybody remembers that God is the Almighty, God is the God of justice, God is everything. But when we are doing some things, we don't actually remember God in that way and manner that we are supposed to. But in the last few days, like I was saying earlier, that look, we have had a lot of drama going on in terms of the Nnamdi Kanu case. First of all, there were the protests that were organized. They organized the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest now, which some people are in support of, some people are not in support of. Some people feel that with all the things that have happened in the Southeast, especially with IPOB, from fighting for rights, fighting for cessation, from having your own country, Biafra, now going on to begin to attack people. And so for a lot of people, they feel, no, that went too far. People have been killed, and that IPOB is responsible. Is it the ESN or whatever is it that they call it? And so there are some people who are very passionate against anybody freeing Nnamdi Kanu or whatever. People who have felt the brutality of the violence that had gone on. And you saw what Simon Ekpa, was doing. And there's no how you're going to separate the two, according to some people, from their own angle. So it had mixed feelings. Those who felt, Nnamdi Kanu should be released. He hadn't done anything wrong. Nigeria had, kidnapped him. And those who felt he shouldn't be released. A lot of atrocities and killings and all had gone on in the Southeast that were mainly due to the group that he was heading. Then there are some also who feel that as soon as he's brought out, the violence in the Southeast is going to reduce. But anyway, that's a whole lot. For me personally, where I am at, I'm neither on his side, neither against him. All I'm after is for the court to do the needful, for the court to do what is just. What is just in the sense that if you arrest him and you say he has committed a crime, prosecute him. If you find him wanting, fine, he goes to jail. If you don't find him wanting, fine, you release him. If the court has said you should give him bail, you should give him bail. Whatever that is being done, the process must be followed according to the letter of the law, not according to how people want it. But anyway, the case still continues. You're seeing also lots of drama going on. One of the things that we saw being reported was that an inmate who is on trial, I don't know how to put it now, an inmate who is on trial, whether it's the same cell with Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, that was arrested and currently under in remand, that the person died while they were trying to get them to clinic or something, that person is also awaiting trial. But it's not Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer that died, but it's someone that they were, together in the particular cell and all of that. The story is still coming out anyway. Some of the things that we saw in the drama, of course, is that Nnamdi Kanu is now opening his case. He's now defending himself. He has sacked all his lawyers. He asked them to leave. His main lawyer had been arrested during a protest that was being done to free him. And then now he's coming. And by the way, he has named a lot of people as witnesses that are going to come. People like Dave Umahi, people like Yeson Wike, people like Babatunde Fashola, people like the Buratai, the former chief of army staff, and quite a number of prominent Nigerians that have held position in that he had called in. One of the things that people keep accusing him, I don't know whether it's part of the legal accusation, but I think they did mention it in the conversation, is that they keep saying that IPOB was the reason why NSAS happened, why, the violence that went on, the talks that government brought in to attack people that turned on them. They're saying that, that's IPOB. That's absolute nonsense. This is part of things that we all witnessed, we all saw. Citizens came out to say to the government, ask policemen to stop killing us. And the government decided to hire thugs to go after citizens, kill citizens, beat up citizens, destroy properties. And they had a fallout with the thugs, and the thugs turned on them and started destroying properties and going after this. And then they're trying to make that, oh, it's IPOB that did it and now changed the way to Lagos and all of that. That's absolute nonsense on that whole case. This is something that we lived through. This is something that we saw. This is something that we participated in. It had nothing to do with that. But anyway, what he's now doing is that he's calling in all of these witnesses to come in and put it in there. But there are quite a number of people who so someone said here, I'm just trying to look at the comments that are coming out of here. Someone said, why would they know that God in heaven is a God of justice when their gods are politicians? And then so I think these are some of them, like Chris Olisa. He did some Igbo. I don't know how to read Igbo. Ojinandu ma aniji onyewa Nnamdi. I don't know what that is. He said, "My Redeemer liveth. He's truly a God of justice. He who sent you will never abandon you. Prayers and thoughts are with you. Onyedu. Those who do this to you, if they see Christ today, they will see crucify him the second time." What's And then another one said, Nnamdi Kanu, you might spend 15 years avoiding proper trial and mounting your defense. If you are innocent, why are you keeping yourself behind bars for almost 5 years? Defend the reason they brought you back to Nigeria. You job bail and set your boys to deal with Indigo. Okay, now. This is saying that he was given bail and he went. But anyway, a lot of people have their different reasons why Nnamdi Kanu should be released or not be released or whatever. We will just say it as it is, as the issue come up. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.